Giving me an up-close and personal view. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the JoAnne Powell Show. I am JoAnne. We're coming to you from the World Center of Broadcast Media, WCOBM Hollywood. We are talking healthcare. Is our healthcare system in the United States in critical condition? Well, I have a guest here today that is going to tell us what's going on with our healthcare system. We have Minda Wilson, who is joining me today. You are a healthcare advocate for healthcare reform, and you are an attorney. You've been working in the healthcare system for several years, so you know what you're talking about. And you also have a wonderful book called Urgent Care, 10 Cures to the American Ailing Healthcare System. So there we go. Let's talk about, I guess, what people need to know. There's so much about healthcare, well, insurance specifically, that can seem confusing, complicated. You look at you go to the doctor's office, you think you pay for a copay, then you get a bill. It's like, what just happened? What is it? Why does it have to be so complicated?
Well, I want to thank you for having me.
Yeah.
And then I think the big assumption that people make when they go see their doctor is, I have insurance, I'm covered. Or if they have a surgery, I have insurance, I'm covered. And then what happens is, after it's all over, they find that they start getting bills. And it's a bit shocking. And the thing that's happening now is the insurance companies are manipulating the contracts so that you're covered for less and less, number one. And number two, they're using their power to delay decision making on whether or not you're covered, so that if they wait long enough, maybe you won't get better, maybe you'll die, maybe they won't have to pay. And so by making these decisions, this delay, deny, die policy, and by hiding what you think you're covered for, it's really affecting people. So let's give a specific example of this. So I went to the doctor. I needed a procedure done, and what I found out was that co-pays no longer apply towards your deductibles. So my copay for my procedure is 20%, so that money doesn't count towards my deductible. Only the co-insurance portion of my payment on top of my copay counts towards my deductible.
Okay.
So when it was done, I had to pay 40% of the bill because the insurance only paid 60%. Now, when I looked at my policy, I thought, I have an 80-20 plan. I pay 20 in a copay. My insurance pays 80.
Right.
But no, wrong again. Exactly.
Not good. Yes.
And that's a consistent problem. And the second thing that happens is that people, one of the things that came in through the Affordable Care Act was eligibility for clinical trials.
Okay.
People were supposed to be eligible, right? So I'll tell you a story about a client I had. So her husband had cancer. He was eligible for a clinical trial, but it was not covered by the insurance. So he said, "Oh, insurance company, I will pay for the clinical trial, but I want to pay at the negotiated rate, which is $1 million.
Okay.
All I need from you is a letter saying that you will cover me, and I will make you whole. We'll sign a contract, and whatever it costs, I'll pay you back." Okay? So the insurance company waited.
Oh, boy.
And waited and waited and waited. And by law, 90 days are allowed to go by before the insurance company has to make a decision. So on the 90th day, after the person who had cancer got sicker and sicker and sicker, the insurance company said, "Oh, no, we're not going to do it."
Oh.
So they weren't going to be out of pocket any money. This person was going to pay the entire bill themselves. And yet, by the time the 90 days passed, he was too sick to participate in the clinical trial. And this is typical behavior.
Now, this is outrageous. What can people do to make a difference? I mean, can we do something? What can we do? What control or power do the people have, when it comes to medical insurance?
I think the thing that's most interesting to me is that people have been relatively silent. You don't hear people railing against the government saying, why aren't you doing something about my health care? Why aren't you doing something to control this reckless and hurtful behavior of insurance companies? We've been very quiet. We're in our own world, and the only time we want to think about health care is when something happens to us personally.
Right.
But now's the time. The government is working on fixing health care, supposedly, so let's get them to truly fix it. Let's get them to focus on the key issues: affordability, quality of care, access to health care. These are very important things. And if you make a noise, if you talk to your healthcare representative, if you talk to your senator, your congressman, they have to listen. And if we make a big enough noise, then perhaps we can implement some of the true solutions to the problem to make healthcare more affordable. And that's what I'd like to see happen.
So kind of like what we've seen in some other, the grassroots, people just kind of coming together. Because I think collectively you're going to have a bigger impact versus like you're having a crisis. You're having a crisis. Everybody coming together. Those in a crisis, those who are concerned about a crisis, or wanting to help people. Because I think all the healthy, the sick, everybody together has, like you're saying, the larger the group, the more the voices will be heard.
Everyone has someone in their life. Everyone has someone in their life that is dealing with a medical issue. Whether you have an aging parent, whether you have a little kid who's skinned and broken their, cut their knee, if you have children, if you yourself are dealing with medical issues, every person is touched by medical issues. And I find it shocking that we are not more concerned about how we're being treated, why we're sitting back passively and letting people say, oh no, your network is going to be narrower. You're only going to have 3 doctors to choose from instead of 10. Oh no, you're not going to be able to have that cancer treatment that you want because it's too expensive.
That's just horrible. How can people get your book, or how can people get involved? Because we're running out of time.
The easiest way to get the book is to go to Amazon, type in my name, Minda Wilson, and the title, Urgent Care, and the book will come up.
Okay.
So that's the easiest thing.
There we go. That's there. And then get in touch with your Congress members, especially since they're taking this issue up now.
Right. And they can always get in touch with me. My website is info@mindawilson.com. They can go to mindawilson.com and look and contact me directly if they want to. And again, let's become healthcare advocates, activists. It's very important.
Everybody's impacted by this in some form or fashion.
Exactly.
Fascinating discussion. We definitely want to have you come back and do more on this, because there's definitely, this subject is not going away at all.
No. Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
Okay, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, you're watching the JoAnne Powell Show.
If you are an adult that began college and has not finished your college degree, let me put it to you straight. If your lifestyle and your standard of living is not becoming to you, then you should be coming to us, Oakwood University Elite Program. We are the fast, flexible adult degree completion program for the busy adult, like you.
Register today. Go to oakwoodleap.com or call 256-726-7098. It's time to leap.
For years, people have trusted McKay's Family Mortuary. We're part of your community and we'll take care of the details. We offer a variety of memorial services, including sea scattering and cremation. According to the Federal Trade Commission, the average funeral cost is over $9,000. We have complete funeral chapel service starting at only $31.25, casket included. Direct cremation starting at only $9.95. Visit one of our 5 locations and meet our caring and diverse staff. McKay Family Mortuary. Let us be the shoulder to lean on.
Thanks to Oakwood University and the LEAP program, I have now a college degree. So to the Spanish-speaking members of this community who feel that the LEAP program is something you should consider, I would say, ánimo a la universidad. considere el programa LEAP de Oakwood University.
Go to oakwoodleap.com or call 256-726-7098.
Seize the day scuba for your best scuba experience above and below the sea. You'll find friendly staff, experienced PADI certified instructors, and state-of-the-art scuba equipment and gear. Join our dive club and we'll help you plan memorable scuba excursions. Immerse yourself. Seize the day scuba, serving Southern California. Call 949-220-0500 to create your scuba experience.
When I first started into the program, yes, I had doubts. I was really impressed with Oakwood University, with the faculty and the staff and the student body. It was a really good experience, and I would definitely recommend it to anyone who was thinking about going back and finishing their degree.
Register today. Go to oakwoodleap.com or call 256-726-7098.